day yesterday and are ready to go. So for YouTube, good morning as well. Welcome back. Good to see everyone. It's a fine day today. It's the 4th of August, 2023, and it's a Friday the 4th. So today we're looking forward to some beautiful momentum as always. What does the market has in store for us today? There's a couple of stocks that I'm looking at, so I'll start writing up the watch list and then we'll get into our analysis here to start the day. So I'm keeping an eye on stock MF, stock AHI, which is a familiar name, stock YELL from yesterday, and I do see TUP has moved up in after hours, although pulled back so far today. So as a maybe, I'm gonna put a slash, forward slash, backslash, or let's put this. Yeah, this looks good. TUP potentially if it bounces up. And there is a cheaper stock that I think I might keep an eye on, which is, let me go to dual screen, by the way. There's a cheaper stock. Let's see, TUP, TMPO. Well, let's see, the volume here might be a little too light. TMPO. Yeah, we'll leave that alone. Okay, I think that'll do it for the list. There was another one that I thought about, but I believe the float might have been higher. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I think that's pretty decent. If something else hits the scans, of course, as we go, I think that'll be good. So let's post this. Boom. It'll be in the alert section as well. Although most of those, I think Marcelo also has IDAI, TOPS, AA, AAOI, TOPS. I can take a look at those too. All right, we're looking good. Let's get into some trend lines. So I'm gonna start off with MF. This one actually is like the leading stock today. So I see that I have a few trend lines, which tells me that I traded this one before, but I will get rid of those as they're intraday levels. We'll map out some fresh levels today. All right, so this one is currently up 171%. Crazy. 24 million shares of volume and a low float, 6.8 mil. Not bad. So we got high of day at 162 right now. And I'm watching at this tight consolidation that we're having here. And we're seeing a low, let's see, 131. It would be really good if we could continue to hold up at 131. If not, VWAP is down there at 20. But we'll see. The very last high of day that we had was around 17, and then it kind of broke over that level. So I'd say at the lowest case, maybe 17, but again, I would want to see us hold up above the VWAP area. Moving on to the daily chart, we have candles going back to April 28th, high of 155. A little bit of volume, then a sell-off. Today's high 162. So we did get over that level. We'll want to get back above it. And then from there, volume kind of light for a lot of the candles, but we do have a high point around 260. Some people might also watch around 255, so maybe 255, 250 area. And then we do have more volume back here all the way in August of last year with a high point of 727. So I'll map out a few of those levels. The 200 EMA is at 622. 622. 200 EMA. So again, There's 727 going back to August. Sometimes the way how I do my trend lines, I don't even go back to the actual date, which it is good to do. It is good to do. I will say. What was it 728, 727? It's good to do. That way, if you do look at the daily chart in the moment, you at least get to see everything. And as mentioned, we had more recently, I'm going to keep an eye on 260. 260. Yeah, 260. What was the other level here? Volume 50. Well, 55, I think. 55 might be a little bit better. 255. And I think that's good for this one, to be honest. Does look decent. So that's stock MF. We got a couple of levels that are looking good. As we move higher, 55 and then 622 and then 728. So looks like we'll have some potential opportunities here. Maybe. It's hard to say. Moving on. Let's talk about YELL. So this one has been in play all week long, and today again, it's still holding up its levels. If we look at it on the 5-minute, you guys will see that we're not that far off from breaking over yesterday's high and then maybe even continuing again, right? So that level was 462. So can we, push through 462 and maybe get that test of $5? Besides that, I could map out the pre-market high as well. Alarm for screen share. Well, let's say screen recording. I think I say that wrong every single time and then correct myself. I tell you. All right, there we go. Okay. So YELL, I mean, there's not a lot to talk about because we've already, we spoke about it how many times now, right? There's a few daily levels, again, 462 from yesterday and then $5. If we get over 5, there's 590. So YELL, we'll see how this one does. Hopefully, it can give some more opportunities today. Okay. Pre-market high, 433. I don't want to have too many trend lines, so this is the last one I'm going to put on here, and then that'll do it. Yeah, so we'll see how that one does. Moving on, we have AHI. AHI, did it fall down? 23%. It's actually not looking bad on the daily chart. 23%. We had yesterday's high at 510. This is a level I definitely want to keep an eye on. I'm going to put this one in yellow, because I do have another trend line that's in blue, fairly close by. Pre-market high today, up at 80. Not bad. So we're kind of just going sideways here. VWAP down there around 520. We definitely want to see it getting back over 540, 550 and pushing higher. But we'll see. We'll see what it does. If it gets above 37 and starts to hold above 37, it might mean business. So, I'll take it from there and get rid of these other two trend lines just to clean it up a bit. AHI. I think this one has good potential. The 200 EMA is at 632, which is a pretty fair target for us if it does get going. Above the 200 EMA, if we're to zoom out, let's see, AHI. So we got this range that we're dealing with. So there'll be potential resistance here. Let's pull it up. So there's 668, which is basically the 200 EMA. Well, not quite. 668 I'm going to put in there, 668. I don't know what I'd do without my E-Trade daily chart because Thinkorswim right now is like a mess. It's like it's not updated properly. It looks like there's a split, but it's not like, I don't even know how to describe what it's looking like here. So over 668, 1040. Some people might watch $9, although lighter volume there. 1040 is the next level I'd watch. There's probably a way to fix this chart, but I have no idea. And then, that's okay. Some of you guys are probably watching like this guy, he doesn't know how to do it. So 1552 is the highest point right here. 1552. Yeah, and I think we're looking pretty good. So the 2-minute warning is coming up. Here it is. Right on time. Yeah, and we're basically done with the pre-market, you know, review. Getting ready for the opening now. So, you know, I'll watch MF, AHI, and YELL as my top three, and then, kind of just take it from there. See what happens. I'll be watching the scans. I'll rotate to the other ones if I need to. As usual, I'm coming in. I want to be disciplined. It's always the same, right? I want to wait to see which one is going to be the one. Focus on that stock. Get aggressive if I can, if it allows me to. Try and capitalize. And at that point, can we protect the profits? If I happen to go red, I need to size down. I need to be careful. I need to be patient. And with that being said, I'm going to try to be careful on the pullbacks, size down a little bit, not overtrade the consolidations, and lastly, start off again a little slow. That way I can protect myself in case there's, a lot of risk early. So I'm going to adjust my share size up top. And for our disclaimer, guys, remember that trading is, of course, difficult. Trading is not easy. And like every other business here in the US, it is risky. So it's best to use a simulator, right? If you're not consistent, or at the very least, risk money. That's money that if you lose it all, it will not affect your livelihood or your lifestyle. So do not use the kids' college fund. Do not use family savings. Do not use life savings, retirement money. It's a recipe for disaster if you're not consistent to, get yourself in a place that you don't need to be. So heed the warning. We're not saying it to just say it. Heed the warning and be smart about how you approach the markets. All right, here we go. Besides that, remember to not copy trade, as that's risky. And lastly, I do not invest money for my subscribers. I will never ask you guys to send me money via PayPal. I don't use WhatsApp, Telegram. I don't trade Bitcoin. I don't do copy trades. None of that stuff, mirror trades. So be very careful with these scammers and impersonators. Tons of people creating fake Relentless trading accounts. They're all very soft to start the day. We're not seeing a lot of aggression here yet. AHI low of 92. Spready though. Low of 503 by 513, 10-cent spread. Got to be careful of this one here if it doesn't hold up. It's saying now a high of 22. Nothing looking particularly good to start. TDS. Was this halted down? Why is it saying there's a halt here?
JUPWW. JUPW.
COOK from yesterday. High 45, low 52. I gotta bring down my chime and my volume. Okay. I think they saw this one, but the volume I believe was light. So it's pushed up a little bit, it's pulling back now. I don't want to be too hasty here. YELL starting to move. Bro, come on. We don't need that. I'm watching at YELL here. I'll pull it up on the screen when I can. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's do it. And there's a seller there, so I'm just waiting to see if volume gets in. I think I'll take it. I'll be aggressive here. Why not? Okay, maybe I size down. It's now 3 losing trades in a row. $25 was the level, so still got to be careful. Waiting, waiting. Really? I should have just took that off the table. It's still pulling back. Low 22. Or was that 19 or something? 20. Jeez Louise. I gotta size down sometimes because that, and there's a small seller there. That, it's a little tricky sometimes. The candle's pulling back a little too much now. What's the other one? MF halted up, which is good. How long ago? 33, 38, 34. Oh shoot, it's about to happen. Oh, it came just in time. Great. 149. There's a couple seconds. I can pull it up. 149. Oh no. Oh no. Mm-mm. Well, worth a good shot. We'll take a scratch trade of a loss. I feel like my share size there kind of, played a factor of me not being able to sell break even. I sold break even, just terrible fill coming out. Sold for a 1 cent loss, but slippage. If I had 1500, I probably would have gotten the fill at flat. Let's see. Well, geez, nothing got filled early. Jeez, 40 and 39. Well, at least we got out before the halt down. That's the important thing. And just in case it opens up lower and then just keeps going down. So, should I size down now? Is the question I'm asking myself. Thought that might have been the leading stock of the day, so I was ready to go. YELL also back down. Didn't trade this one to the best of my abilities. So it might just be a slow start to the day. TDS, are we going to see something on this one? The spreads are tight here. Oh my goodness. It's flying up. And are we going to continue for the break of 12? Volume is a little lighter though. It's kind of in and then out. I need to see consistent volume. So this one has potential, but will we see consistent volume? Yeah. Okay, maybe I wait. I'll let it go over 12. I'll let it go, and then if there's better volume, then I'll give it a shot again. This one isn't looking awful. But I don't know the float, AAOI. Where are we at with float on this one? It's moving up though. $8.82. So we got our work cut out for us. Well, I wouldn't even say it like that, but we got to be careful, more like it. If there's something good and strong, we'll get back to green, no problem. It just depends on if we see something good and strong, right? new to this stock, so just trying to be patient to get used to the price action. $7.99? Oh, never mind. Thought that was $8.99. High was 30, so not bad here so far. That was a good pullback. It's spready though. Topping wick so far. So are we gonna get a retest? Waiting patiently, waiting patiently. There's 13. Maybe a high hold. Looks so far, maybe. So just waiting. Come on, give us something, anything. Time 44. Candle's about to close, so I don't know. We're still in this standstill. AAOI. It might break down. I don't know. There's some sellers coming in. All those shares are going to get bought up, so we're going to go up. That was late, so there's high of day. There's another seller. Well, I asked for that fill on the ass. Jeez. That's definitely not a fortunate fill. Good trade, terrible fill. If I got the lower fill, I could have been holding here still, but and it's every time we size up. You know, when you use bigger size, you will for sure get worse fills. It only makes sense for the market makers, right? But that's perfectly fine because we can definitely use limit orders to control where we get filled. I don't like that it's back down here. I'll wait. Why is that one still halted? Is it something other than a volatility? So I'm guessing 10-minute then. So AAOI, just kind of waiting to see what this one does. YELL isn't in a bad area either. We'll see. I can't help but feel like there's gonna be something good coming. It's the optimism inside of me. Thank God. Well, I'm glad I got filled coming out. I mean, look at this drop, right? I'd have been down 1K plus, maybe. Disaster. Disaster. So YELL back again. There's a bid. I'm gonna jump in. Was that 20? 24? There's a bid, so I'll take the chance. We'll see if it continues. High of the current candles 30, high of days at 38. 93,000 shares at 20 to buy. I'll pull it on the screen when I can. Taking a chance here. 30, 28. Can we get above 30? Hold above 30? Can we slingshot? Okay, good. Good slingshot. Where are the buyers? Also, it'd be good if that person moves up their order higher to get filled, which will show a lot of aggression. Maybe a shot. A little higher, but okay. Can we see the push? Bro, that sucks. There's green printing at 35, so I'm not selling. I want to see it go. It looks like it'll go. It's just a little tricky. So there's 37. There's another huge bid. This has to be it. See, who's selling here? Like who's selling? Like is somebody going short? Okay. And it's still not ripping like it should. 39. Come on, 39. Do I hear 45.50? Somebody's shorting it. Somebody has to be shorting it for it not to be going because there's so much buying coming in. It's not going up. It's either a really great short or they're setting themselves up to cover when it has to go higher, right? Either or. Yeah, no, that was too aggressive. Sometimes you just don't know where the bottom is gonna be. So, what is it gonna be, like 25 maybe? 23. It's why it's good for me to size down on the dips. Sometimes I buy and I just don't know. It's part of the deal. And the candle's starting to look a little too weak on the 5. So maybe it does get a bigger pullback and the short sellers up there around 40 are looking good. Oh, no. Big boost. There's buyers coming in. Of course, my screen kind of went out too, so I missed a little bit of it. Jeez. What poor timing. What poor timing that was. So this is how the short sellers get trapped. Now they're sweating, right? Now they're starting to say, man, I thought this thing was going to sell off. It might be failing. This is like too much of a drop here. So it's indecisive. From short sellers being nervous to then feeling good again. And are the bulls nervous now and breaking down? Roller coaster, indecision, up, down, up, down. Where are we at? We might want to size down again. I think I'll size down again and just kind of take it easy because nothing really showing. I need to sit down. It's so early and my legs are already tired. TUP. TDS. TDS has been moving up, but haven't really been paying attention to it. Yeah, I do have DAS Pro. So why ELL again? It's trying. I hope this is the one. I mean, this stock, it's not a bad stock over the last couple of days, but we'll see. But it's not personal. We know how it is. If it sells off again, that's okay. AHI taking a beating. TUP. Maybe I pull this one up. TUP. How about MF? I can't believe. Oh wow, and look at MF, man. That's got a roller coaster. I can't believe that the sell didn't go through in time. But it's been volatile, so maybe I could have made some money here on the way back up. Quite the stock. when this type of stuff happens, you know, it makes you wonder why it sold off in the first place. High of days at 57. We're on a bit of a flag. One. I'll watch it here. But we'll see. Start off with smaller size first. $42. Well, with that type of volume and selling coming in like that, it's not good. So the 1 minute candle to make the new high seems to be having trouble. Quick scalp there. That was a good reaction down there. Time 42, 15 seconds left in this 5 minute candle. Well, excuse me, 1 minute candle. Oh yeah, the 5 minute candle is also going to close. Seems like we'll get a bit of a doji. It looks deep. I mean, it looks good. I think it looks good. We'll see. But I'll have to be careful with the halts down, because that's really the risk. In fact, that's one of my bigger risks. It's halted stocks going down and I'm caught in it. It's a problem actually. People are being aggressive there for now. They might want to fill those shares though. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. It's like 70,000 still sitting there. 38. Oh no. Well, maybe not. Close. I got a terrible fill though. I can't tell if the halt level moved up or if the stock just moved up. I think this is a good pullback. It's the halt level being so close is the problem. It's at 28. You know, it's like it could get caught going down. What was that trade? I'll scratch. Oh, it seems to be holding. This is a tricky one. But I did like the pullback there. The halt level being so close is the problem. Now we need to get over 40 and hold above 40, and then it needs to go to high of day, if possible. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Decisions. Our last candle was a doji, so it does make it a little bit more tricky. YELL selling off. TDS, you know, it's moving up. You know what happened with MF just now? I wanted it down there, but I also wanted to re-average if we are gonna make retest the lows. But it looks decent, right? Time 10:04. I might be here till 11:30 today. Might be a longer morning. Right now, I think I should adjust my expectations from like a solid green day of like, you know, 1K plus to just green. I don't really like this pullback, but it could be some stop hunting. $32. Is this stop hunting or are we just having a hard time here? These wretched fills. They're frustrating sometimes. But I get it. I understand. Let's see if this stock means business here. Does this stock mean business? Oh, wow, that was a tick late. That's all right. We'll take the scratch trade there. It's getting ready. It looks like it might be getting ready. Now we just need that full head of steam. And can we boost to the highs? Can we boost to the highs? Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Thought it would have flew. We did buy up those shares, but delayed reaction maybe. I don't know what pill that was. Come on, give us something. Do something. Can we get a test of 50? The halt up is at 54. Oh, bro. There's no way I should have lost more than 2 cents on that trade. Even with that fill high, I should have still sold. I should have got break even fill. Just doesn't even make sense. But okay. Maybe it needs to pull back. We didn't get the halt up. I tried to buy 45. I got filled 50. And somehow lost money selling break even. The halt is at 57. I sized down to get better fills, hopefully. Their shorts are on the run right now. They're panicking here. A halt up will mean trouble. $58. We're taking a while, so it might need to pull back. If not, can we get going to 58 right here, right now? I put on these blue light glasses. I don't know why, but it's like my eyes. My eyes. Maybe I move this too. Might be a little bit better. Waiting patiently for my chance. I feel like this incline is just kind of, you know, we're gonna stand still here. Is this it? Oh, 51. Okay, that was a fair fill, but not quite ready. I might wait for the resumption at this point, a halt at this point. Just so tricky to trade here. Yeah, there it is. Can we get locked in? It should, unless there's a whale of a seller that comes in. Not a good performance in that area just now for me. Terrible, actually. There were entries, I just didn't even bother at a certain point. 4-cent scalps, 3-cent scalps. Hopefully this can give a good dip and rip. If this gives a solid dip and rip, we can go from red 360 to green 600 here. If this can give like a, like 3 solid entries. If not, we'll probably take another loss like we did, and then at that point we'll just look to shut it down or something, because the writing will have, at that point be on the wall saying get out of here. Right now I'm down on the day 151 bucks. So this resumption, if we can be accurate, if the resumption can be strong, this can at least put us somewhere on the day. And then, again, similar to the other days, it's like I don't need to be a hero here, I don't need to be a hero. I can just get small green and just get out of here, come back again next week. Hopefully there's better action. I definitely want to see it open higher. Daily chart, let's not forget to make sure we do any analysis that we might need to do. Well, in terms of resistance, what should we expect? We had 255. So, there might be some room here, hopefully. There's some room. At least $2, can we get to $2? So 45, I'm gonna put it on my middle monitor. When it sold off the first time, I had no idea it was curling back up. I didn't do a rotation because I got dialed in on the other stock, YELL at the time. So 45 and 40 seconds. Or excuse me, 50, what am I saying? 45. 15. 15 and 40 seconds. 15. I don't know why I thought I saw 40. 10, 10 and 40 seconds. 10, 15. So we got about a minute a minute and 40 seconds to go. I'm red on stock MF. Got caught in a flush down into a halt, but luckily got out before the halt resumed because if not, I would have lost a lot more. For sure would have been down 1K plus. So can we open up higher? Rip. If it pulls back and holds up its levels, I'll try to buy, and hopefully we see a slingshot back up. If not, I'll be at the mercies of the markets. We know the markets are merciless. But I hope for the best and I prepare for the worst and I accept the risk. I accept the risk. I accept all the risk here. So the pastor in 40 seconds. It's going to give it a shot for high of day. Break of the pre-market high. Break of high of day. Hopefully the short stallers are covering, which I think they are going to be covering. So I'm going to be aggressive. I am going to be aggressive here. I think it's a place to be aggressive. If not now, when? If not me, who? So in 10 seconds, 162. Here we go. 5, 4, 3. Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? Oh my gosh, look at that. That's disappointing to not get a dip. Kind of nonsense. Strength. So short sellers covering heavy there, man. But they didn't even get a chance to get in the trade. Save, did you buy into the halt? Nah, I couldn't buy into that halt, man. As tempting as it may be. 1500 at 190. That's not bad size though. Even if it does go down, it's small size. Those are the type of halts that we need to dip because it's so aggressive, right? If we could just drop down to 78, 77 and then rip back up to 90, Relentless traders already long, selling into the highs. Somebody must have covered big because it, I feel like that's what's happening there. You know, it's like this tremendous amount of buying going through. Good, okay, good news and bad news. The good news is the stock is strong and we are now at 190, basically two on the daily chart. I have resistance all the way at 255. So there might still be a good opportunity coming. But with that being said, with each halt level, with each time we get halted in a row, especially back to back like this, the degree of risk increases. So there is going to be more risk now. And hopefully the halt levels might be a little wider too as the price is a little bit more expensive. Well, there will be risk. Got to prepare myself mentally to take on a loss, accepting it, locking it in, and smiling and understanding that I'm just giving myself a legit chance at greatness. I don't know. I think if to get, I don't know, It's pretty crazy. So at 10:20 and 56 seconds, we got about 2 minutes. An RT quote book. I'm gonna stick to my size. I mean, I'm prepared to take the loss. I'll stick to my big size and stay on the aggressive side of things here. Save, Save red today. You got to be careful when you're red. Feeling like being more red is not a problem. It is a problem, right? But of course, he's an experienced trader, so not talking to him. He knows what he's doing. But in general, sometimes you could be down 500 and then you turn and tell yourself, who cares if I'm down 700? But it's a difference, right? And we got to still keep the perspective. If you're green 700, you don't want to go back to being up 400, 500, right? You don't want to go from 0 to red 300. So being down 500 and losing another 3, it's the same. The money is still the same. Your emotions is what's different. So you have to still control it and be disciplined, right? For those of you who are newer traders. But I'll cut the chatter. We got less than a minute. Halted at 190. Here we go. I will be ready. Stock MF. Talk to me nice here. Talk to me nice. Sugar and spice. 190. 16 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Here we go. This is a 10-minute. Of course. It's a 10-minute. It seems like it might resume higher here. Hopefully this stock goes all the way to $5 over time, man. Like in the next hour, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, this stock could go to like 5 and just give us something sweet heading into the weekend, That would be nice. Although unlikely, it would be nice. Sugar and spice. Sugar and spice, sugar and ice. I don't know. And I cannot rap if anybody's wondering. I cannot rap. Not to save my life. I think maybe if I start reading more. If I start reading more and learn more words, maybe. What will it be? As long as I'm not down $1,000 after this, I think I'll be all right. I mean, I will be all right regardless, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm not even thinking about the reward in terms of like, how it'll feel and stuff like that. It's more so the risk. So can we manage the risk properly, nail the entry, and get a good trade. Stock lingo, stock related. There's a couple of good motivational books and day trading, or let's just say investments, stuff around the markets. They definitely can help gain some knowledge, some perspective, information. TKA. Right now I'm just waiting on MF. And after this halt, hopefully we get candlesticks, because you guys know I don't trade the third halt in a row. If we get candlesticks in a pattern, that'll be good for continuation. $25.56. A little over a minute. Yeah, I'm using DAS, but my executions are still going through Thinkorswim. But I am using the DAS level 2. This is what it's looking like. I'll show you guys here. This is what I'm looking at right now. This monitor here. Couple of seconds to go. This should be interesting. "26 seconds. Take a deep breath, relax, and as long as we see the entry we like, we take the trade and we accept the risk. 10 seconds. Here we go. Time to go racing. 3, 190. Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? Please, please, please. Can we get a dip? No. This is absolutely atrocious. It's all over the place. Did I even get a decent fill? I don't know. I don't think so. Gosh, man. Of course, we got a beauty of a move and no proper entries. What was that fill? 13. I got filled at 13, which was good. I sold when I saw 28 on the ask. And I'm out at 12. It did pull back. I did see the pullback on the level 2, but oh my god, how unlucky could I be right there? So I needed to either sell even sooner or hold a half second longer. Oh my gosh, man. Are you kidding me? I took a loss. At least a 1 cent gain. Yeah, I could have sold on the ass, but and the way how I'm perceiving the stock in that moment is that it's so aggressive, but I'm in, and the moment I'm in, it's starting to rip back 24, 20, 27, 28. So I'm thinking if I hit market, there's no way I don't get out, as it's going higher. But it's like the half a second before I hit the sell button, it teleports back down on the bids. Then it it continues. Now this is the third resumption, so I'll stay away from this, and I'll stay away, and hopefully we can get candlesticks, like a pattern. If we can get a pattern, then it'll be good. I think it might be too risky at this point because, I literally missed it from 155 to 233. It definitely at this point is chasing. Now, if it goes up to like $4, in hindsight, we can say, man, 233 would have been a great place to buy, but there's no way of knowing how far it's gonna go. And generally, the third one is where we start to see trouble. So, sticking to the rules that I have and not giving into any FOMO to try and buy into this next resumption. Sometimes this is the difference in a day, and it does make trading exciting though, because it's like throughout all the randomness and variables, if we'd happened to get the setup we wanted, in these two areas, again, we could have been up well over 1K already. But that's just not how it's going to play out here today, and we cannot be upset about that. It's just what is, and we accepting what's happening, and strategizing as best as we can to manage risk, aka me not trading the next resumption, because usually it gives trouble. Not always, but usually for me in my experience, my personal experience. So other people might trade it, and that's fine. Maybe for them they do well, so they'll trade it. Different rules, different people. But I'll be enjoying the view. If it starts to give candlesticks and consolidates and tries a new high or something, then I can get involved. Anyone trading TDS? This one is just all day slowly been like sneaking higher, pushing up. They could have at least filled me for 1 cent gain. They could have filled me for a 1 cent gain, man. Like, come on. 31.35 if it's a 5 minute, which there's less than 1 minute to go. If it's a 10 minute, then it'll be 36.35. So let's assume it's going to be a 5 minute halt, of course, and at least just watch on to see how it does. Fifteen seconds, assuming it's a 5 minute halt. 10. MF. Lower resumption. Potential halt down. A third halt, man. Wow. Impressive. I almost bought it, but I'm like, maybe too aggressive. It's like it's too strong, It's like it's almost like the stock is too strong. Oh my goodness. I should have took it. I could have gotten a good fill. Those sellers are coming down fast, and I'm like, ah. The question is, do I trade this resumption here? The fourth one. It's a little tricky. It's if we resume higher than 33, I think I'll take it. In which case it's like a pullback, and then it's curling up, and I think short sellers will have gotten caught up again if they just, hit the short button, and now we're back up. Man. But in this situation as a bull, you gotta be happy that we're seeing incredible momentum. Even if, like for me, I'm not capitalizing. It's great to see that there's incredible momentum and that the Bulls in general are in control. Yeah, we had a fake halt going down. My instincts were to hit the buy button, but I just, thinking too much about the risk maybe. The question also would have been, would I have gotten a good fill? Because it when it came out of the resumption, it went straight to 24 or something, or like 20. I would have been buying with about 45,000 shares remaining. Let's say the millisecond it takes me to actually click the button, there's like 20,000 shares or less remaining. Would they have just filled me up at 20? And then it being like a flat trade or a losing trade? That's a whole nother story. TUP is back at VWAP. I haven't really looked at the rest of them. AAOI. Think I might start standing again at this rate. YELL. No good. Well, yeah, right now doesn't look great. TUP back below VWAP. TDS again has been like just slowly going up all day. I think that one is a higher float. AHI on the other hand sold off. This thing is mooning, man. Absolutely mooning. Thirty 37.21 for resumption. It seems like it might open up significantly higher. I can't tell for certain, but it seems that way. I don't know. 21 seconds and counting. We're at 21. Okay. 10 seconds. Bro, what's going on, man? This is like, I don't really want to watch for the false halt here. Maybe that might be not so good of a move. What was that? A 1 cent trade. I don't know. I still like it, but would have preferred to see something better there. We resumed sideways, and the halt level is like right there going down. Opened up at 25, so only a few cents higher. I was seeing 240, so I was thinking like maybe it opens up higher. I think we're still red today. We are red 150. I didn't even get not one good trade on this stock for the entirety of the day. Oh, that's crazy. Actually, no, I did. I got the trade at the lows down here. I think at 33, I held a little bit on this candle here for 42, 41. Only 1,500 shares though, but good trade. TUP kind of rejecting. AAOI for high of day, maybe. Daniel, nice work. Take it easy if you are heading out. KB, the Bulls, man. The Bulls, I don't know. It's such a weird day. It's a strong day. It is a strong day. You know, we can't have a stock that's up 300% and then not admit to it being a strong day. But things played out in a weird manner. But for sure, there are people who might have been holding all the way from VWAP and, you know, sold into the highs. But maybe just a few people, a few of the lucky ones. Again, I did like this pullback, but the halt down here was 1 or 2 cents away. It's hard to take on a trade with that type of risk right there. For me, halts going down are some of the biggest risks that I have. You know, the common flush, one, the common flush, two, halts going down, and then of course your own emotions is also there in the mix if you get emotional whilst trading. There's other stuff like power going out in a big trade, internet going out. Those are like the risks. So 42.54, 42.54. That puts way too much strain on my eyes. It'll open up lower. Yeah, it might. I might take it. I might look for a dip, but I don't know. We'll see. It needs to really be good because I don't generally like to take any dip on this type of like situation. But if there's like a huge bid or like an obvious area where we're holding well, potentially. So less than a minute. We're at 210 right now. Ten seconds. Well, you know what? Let's leave that alone. It's was it 24 to hold up. I'm gonna leave it alone here. $2 holding. So can we break over 10? Hold up properly. Can we break over 10 here? No, not quite. Come on. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Will we see the push over 10? 12, that's it. Can we try again? Good. Good, 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 good. Well, not... Jeez. Oh, gosh. Not good. Oh, my goodness. The spread's opened up. I'm in at 18. Oh, my God. And, of course... Okay, what was that? Smaller size, luckily. I thought it was a bigger size. I actually got saved there. I thought I had 3,000 shares in that trade. Jeez. Well, we should have already gotten to the halt up, so it's like struggling. Can we see it? Okay, there it is, 25. It's like the stock is in a consolidation right now, despite all these halts. So there's a chance that it still goes for new highs, but we need to kind of get lucky and just get like a much higher resumption again. If we get like a higher resumption again to like 30, 35, let's say it's 10 cents higher or 15 cents higher. If it resumes up there, people are going to cover. Can I catch a break today? Well, in at 18 out of 11 is not terrible. It's 90 bucks. Not bad. Although I thought I had 3,000 shares. Might go. It might go here. It's possible. It might go. Can we resume 10 to 15 cents higher? Get that rip, then the dip, and then continuation. AAOI. Maybe there's something here. Maybe. Seems to be a hidden buyer, but there's like nobody buying. And then 66 on the bids. There's definitely a hidden buyer there, but nothing is happening. So yeah, maybe it curls back up. It's possible. Slow 61. That's AAOI. I'm not super interested in it, so I have small size, but kind of just watching to see if it would do something here. 77, 78. Can we see 85, 90? Okay, 82. 90. It's kind of like slowly pushing up, so I think I'll leave it alone. I'll put the other one over here. MF. Prep the position on this side. Time 49:59. So we got about a minute, 2 minutes. Again, I think I might, depending on how we break out of this range, If it goes up well, maybe I still look to push it aggressively. If not, again, we just, can we get green and then, just call it there. If not, we just take a small red day and head out of here. Because we don't need to force anything, of course. All right, MF. 49.59. About a minute and some change to go. Of course, there's a big move. 10. Such a tricky stock. Need to rip. All right, resumption coming up. Let's stop touching the other one. 225, 15 seconds. Here we go. Or maybe a little bit more. Okay, 10, 9, here we go. All right, 225. Here we go. Good, good, good. Can we get a dip here? That was a bad fill, man. I can't catch a break with the fills today. Man, it's disappointing. And it still isn't gonna go. 50. I think I might be done with it. I don't know. It's pulling away and still I can't do anything. There's some selling here. It's pushing up. Couple cents there. 36. Oh, good fill. Good fill. It might come down some more. 30, 27. Yeah, I've had it with this stock. I think that's more than enough for me to know I'm not gonna be big green there. Now the other one on the other hand, I guess we scalpy another bid. Can we keep pushing this time? Oh, as I sold. Can we keep pushing? No, not quite. I'm just losing money. Man, you know what? I think that's it. I can't catch a break on anything here today, so I have no choice but to consider shutting it down. I mean, it's not a bad red day, 140, right? It's pretty good. Stocks are moving, but I don't know. This is not feasible. It's just like churning shares. The last thing I need is to stick around too long, get caught in a big flush, and then that's it. So I think I'll come back later. I think that's maybe a good thing to do. Like I'm sitting here, what I'm thinking about right now, of course, I don't want to say FOMO, but I am thinking about if MF actually does go again like it did last time and gets up to like $4. That's the only thing that I'm contemplating. Like should I stay, not trade, and then see, give it like 20 more minutes to see, because like it's not it didn't fail yet, if you guys see what I'm saying. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, should I just be very disciplined, just stay on the sidelines? In the event it does start to go crazy, then I could try again if it gives a dip in the halt resumptions this time. But other than that, it's like it's not making sense. I think that's what I'll do because, and again, I don't think it's FOMO, but if I'm to come back at the recap and I see that this stock went to 5 with just halts going up with dip and rips, it's not gonna feel good to know that, there's opportunity that I walked away from before the stock told me and gave me good reasons to believe it's finished. So like right here, if we resume at like 99 and big red candle down again like this, then I'm out of here for sure. So we have 400 plus people watching. It's 11 a.m., but we only have 110 likes. Guys, this viewership to like ratio is absolutely reprehensible. What other words do I know here? It's repulsive. We have to get aggressive on the thumbs up. Can we get up there to 200 likes? Can 50% of the people watching hit the thumbs up? Heck, if you don't even like the channel, you can hit the thumbs down. Any engagement, any publicity, bad or good, we'll take it. All right? So hit the thumbs up. If you don't rock with us, you can hit the thumbs down too. It doesn't matter. But we appreciate the engagement. And maybe I can put the video in subscribers only mode. I don't ever do that, but Dash calling it. It is rare for stock to go up this much and then we don't make money, but it happens time to time. COOK from yesterday. Big flat top breakout there. That was a long false breakout right here. Volume here is so light that I don't think I'll get involved. So I'll stick around to about 11:15, 11:20, and then shut it down if we don't see anything. But again, sizing down on everything, not gonna give myself a chance to get tunnel vision and just jump in and then lose. These are the type of red days that you want to have though, like compared to the green days, it's so small. And I've been thinking about the bigger red days that I've been having the last few months, like 700, 800, 1,000. Whilst they're not awful, I still feel like if I'm faster to react in the moment, and not necessarily during trades, but after the fact. Times like now, like understanding that it's just been a day where I just, if it was gonna be like a crazy day in terms of like this morning period especially, we would have already been green. We're not. So we just have to accept the writing on the wall, which is, hey, Relentless, it was a day where they had some opportunities, but tricky to capitalize, hard to trade. You gotta at least, understand that there's some turbulence here and proceed with caution, slow it down. And very unfortunate with some fail. I mean, very unfortunate fails today too. That's also, so sometimes, it is what it is. You gotta accept it and size down or stop trading, whatever is necessary to ensure the success of the day. So 59, and 5 seconds. We got less than a minute. I'm muted. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I stepped off screen and I forgot to turn my mic back on. Big Steve, I appreciate it, brother. Big Steve is on it. So that wasn't bad though. That move wasn't bad, I was saying, but this is where we can get the short sellers off guard, as if we can get halted up again right here at the highs one more time. So low of the current candles 30. I think it's in an interesting place here. Again, we need the halt up though. It needs to hold up this drop here. It needs to hold up, and it's not 18. So it's like it's just so much indecision, you know. It's not giving us the break of the highs, halting up again. So whilst it's not failing, it's still not showing the strength at the same time. Unless it, like, you know, really sells off here, then we know for sure weakness. Yeah, Big Steve, I appreciate it, brother. Big Steve holding it down. Yeah, you know, where are we going to resume this time? It honestly, it requires so much patience. Like right now, I just wish the stock either up or down will just like decide what it wants to do, right? So I can get out of here. But it's not, you know, failing yet. So it's kind of, you know, I kind of need to still watch on. I always say that though, that I trade the momentum until it's telling me it's done for sure. But I am kind of ready to like get out of here. So what is it going to be? TDS, still hitting the scans. TDS. 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 This is kind of high though. It's adding. Jeez. That's insane. Marcelo sent me a video here, a clip. Yeah, there's some aggressive traders, all right. 9,000 share blocks. This is the bear trap yesterday. It's good to see stuff like this though, because it lets us know we can definitely push more share size. I'll send it to myself and see if maybe I can pull it on screen. Most impressive, although a lot of risk, man. And buying that high still, all out, good sell. That was a risky trade. I mean, it's a good bear trap, but in the moment, I mean, that definitely did not look as good. That was what was it, YELL yesterday or TUP? Seven. So 07 and 45 seconds. Am I signed in on this computer? If we get up to 200 likes, I'll find a way to show it. 27,000 shares. Big boy size. I wonder what broker he was using. Had to have been Lightspeed or something, because if I try buying 9,000 shares on that type of stock with Thinkorswim, forget about my fills. The stock will be at 340, I'll be getting filled at 5. I'll show the video in a little bit. Couple seconds to the resumption. But 27,000 shares is not a lot of shares, though. I mean, we've seen people take more size than that, right? But still, relative for stock, it was a nice trade. 10 seconds. We're at 216. It's holding up until it doesn't, right? But it's holding up, so like what does it want to do here? Good fill, somehow. I like how active it got right there. It's not it could still do something, right? So again, I'm still waiting here. But we need to see another halt up here, hopefully 28. This might be a long day. Me watching this stock. I might be here till 12. There's 28 and a potential halt up. Below the current candle, 21. I could see some people threading the needle here on this stock. Like, if you're trading a ton of shares, like I mean, I can see that, but I feel like to really like do well fast, like if it goes up for the halt, like again, we get the new high of day, that type of stuff. Another big halt, another big sets of halts. I say three in a row, two in a row, and we push to like 350 over a few candles going up. Dip and rips. 32, 23. Well, I was late. That was okay. See, that's a fair fill. Like me getting filled high there is totally understandable. So it's holding up well. You do have to be very aggressive to buy dips because when you're buying a dip, a lot of the time the stock is dropping and you don't know where the bottom is going to be. But when you do wait a little too much in some situations, it's like the moment you're buying, like people kind of started buying already, so you're naturally gonna get a higher fill than you wanted, which makes perfect sense. There are some times where I buy early, but the amount of buying that goes through doesn't quantify the move up. And so let's say I buy, I'm aiming to buy at 15, but in the blink of an eye, the stock is at 25 and I get filled at 25, and then it's back down to like 16 in the blink of an eye again. It's like, are you kidding me? And this happens to all of us, right? Every single trader here, unless you're just pure limit orders every time. It seems to be losing steam though, you know? Like our volume is dying out a little bit. Not getting the halt up at 34. Is this the, you know, is this it? Is this the backside here already? I think so. And, you know, despite even thinking maybe it has a like 5% chance of like mooning again, I think I'm out of here. I kind of feel like I need a break. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna follow my instincts. And right now my instincts is telling me relentless. Who cares what this stock does? Take a break at least. You can come back later. And when I come back, small size if I do. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording and I'm gonna shut it down. So for those of you going the distance, continue to, you know, be diligent, continue to be patient, continue to trade the best opportunities. Patience is key. So I'll catch you guys later in the recap. If I do come back, I'll talk more about the day. Let's see where I ended. I didn't check at the very end. I'll check on the app. Let's see. We are actually, well, probably not green after the fees, but we're green $11. What a day. $11 green. So yeah, take care for the rest of the day, guys. Of course, enjoy the weekend. Remember to not obsess over trading. You know, what happens, happens. We just try to improve from there. And what can really give us, you know, a good feeling and optimism is the fact that we can change and we can improve over time. So, you know, let's pride ourselves on, you know, improving and in doing, you know, and to improve, we can study, right? Work hard, be disciplined, be consistent. So even if today's a red day, you didn't do as well as you wanted it to do, or even if you're green and it wasn't the day you wanted, whatever it might be, you know, remember that the market will be here on Monday. You know, unless the world is about to end, the market will be here. You know, unless there's some sort of natural disaster or, you know, extraterrestrial threat, the market will be open the next day, always. So rest assured that Monday will be here in no time. So we might as well enjoy the time over the weekend, you know, whether it's with friends, family, the significant other, you know, the day job, the other business, the projects that you guys are doing around the house or in the office, whatever it might be. You know, enjoy the time, right? Enjoy the time, have some fun, study up whenever you can, and then on Monday we give it another shot and we just look to be our best selves. So with that being said, stay safe, stay green. I am out of here. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, hit that thumbs up if you have not already one last time. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.